They finally freaking did it. And it only took them 8 years. On March 11th today, Epic Games announced that on April 16th, Fortnite Save the World is going to be free for everyone to play. Now, for me, that's crazy because they've been saying that since summer of 2018. And finally, after 8 or 9 years, they're finally making it free for everyone to play. Now, me, I got Save the World a really, really long time ago. It was 2018. It was like June 2018 when they said it was going to be free. I bought the Founders Edition to that, and that cost me like 80 freaking dollars, dude. But it let me craft a bunch of stuff. It gave me all these missions to get V-Bucks and stuff. And now I could log on every day and just grind out V-Bucks forever, how long I want to. And that made me not spend a single dime on the game in the last 7 years. But now they're making it free, and Save the World used to not be available on different consoles and stuff. But here, I'm pulling up the picture. So the platforms that it's going to be available on is PS5, PS4, Xbox, all that stuff, right? Cloud gaming. But the thing that really surprises me is how it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch and GeForce Now, and no one really cares about Amazon Luna. But it's still going to be unavailable for smartphones and tablets just because those can't run it. It's just too much for it. But yeah, I'd say that's good that it's coming to all the platforms and stuff, and how everyone's going to be able to play it instead of it just being like a console exclusive. Even though I already have Save the World and I just use it for V-Buck grinding and stuff, I was not expecting it to be free anytime soon because it's one of those things where they were just like, okay, we're going to make it free. And they've been saying that for the past like 8.5 years. And the fact that now they're finally doing that, it's just like, it surprises me. Like, I don't even know what to say about it. And it looks like they're really trying to push it right now. And if you look here on this graphic that I'm about to show, they have a pre-registry for Save the World. And here, I'm going to open up this one, and it actually shows a progress bar to what they're trying to get towards. And if we look at this one, once we get to 300,000 players pre-registered, it's going to give you, that looks like a spray. And then once you get to 700,000 players, then it's going to come with a banner icon of one of the Outlanders. And then when you get 1 million players registered, you get this skin right here. And I don't know if this skin was in the item shop or if it was an exclusive for anything, but that's just a good thing to put in there. And what I really like about it now is that it's free. But one of the things that I don't like about this whole thing is that Save the World has been out for such a long time right now, and it's just the same repetitive game structure. Like, even when it first came out, the only missions I could really like recall, because those are the only ones that are there, are plant the atlas, rescue the survivors, eliminate and collect, resupply, basically basic things for your supposed home base. And the really big part about those missions is, like, you collect things and you're supposed to like gain this data for your home base, which you then just defend your home base and you decorate it with traps and stuff. Also, like, it's just so repetitive. Like, with the missions, there's a bunch of zones in the game: Stormwood, Plankerton, Canny Valley, and Twine Peaks. You go into each of those maps, and it's just the same missions for everything, just a higher level, more difficult enemies, and the environment's just different. It's the same mission objective for everything. And for me, that just makes it so repetitive that the only time that I log on to that is to do a mission. Hell, the gameplay that I have on the screen right now, I'm banging out 2 missions with the video and some good stuff. But it's just so repetitive. And I remember a while ago, it was a couple years ago, Fortnite actually said they were stopping like all production for Save the World. And that meant they weren't adding in new events and stuff. Like, now they're just rotating the same events all the time. And what I hope they do now that they made Save the World free, and that it looks like they're putting so much more effort into this now that they're making it free, I hope that leads to them adding in new levels, new types of missions, and also just new things in the game that we could explore, because we've had the same like building structure since the game released, and the only thing that's really changed is just the UI of how the game looks. And I'm really excited to see like what's going to happen with this in the future, but I'm also a little disappointed that they waited so long to release this, even after not making any changes for a while. And I think for me, it kind of makes me feel like this was a big, like, money grab of some sorts, where when it first came out, the Founders Edition, which was the only way you'd be able to play it, you'd have to drop like $40 on the original one. But then if you wanted to upgrade to different tiers to go maybe craft like different weapons, like if I remember, I have the deluxe edition that cost me, I don't remember, 80 or $60, but that let me craft like one of the founders pistols, and that was known as like one of the lower tiers too, but I still got to craft like a weapon and stuff. But then you had the other editions where they let you craft a bunch of other cool stuff, but then if you spent $200 on the big one, then you were able to craft the Nocturno, and that's not in the game anymore. But you could still make it, you just can't obtain it in any way to craft it. But now what bothered me is that after a while, like I thought it was going to be free a while ago because they said that they were removing the Founders Packs. But then after that, they just made Save the World cheaper, and then they put it in like packs in the item shop. Like you could spend $20 to get Save the World, and you're paying less than what someone had to like a year or two ago. But the thing that they did then was they took the V-Bucks out for new players. So if you were to buy it in the item shop, you wouldn't be able to do those missions. And I feel like that kind of also hurt the Founders players in a sense because they stopped giving daily rewards because they stopped the whole early access thing. But the thing that I do like about that is that they increased how many V-Bucks you can get with missions and everything, because on an okay day, you can get 100 V-Bucks on a mission. That's just standard, like, V-Bucks. It'll take you 12 days to get, like, a rare skin. And then on some missions, it gives you, like, 120, 150. That means you need to do some more work on the game. But while I do like how they ran Save the World, like, quest-wise and, like, logistically, it's just the gameplay is so boring. And I think at this point, the only thing they could have done with it was make it free to play. Because I feel like they milked out everything that they wanted already. And like it was just time to just release it after they got as much money as they could for it. And while I think that is just a little messed up, from what I think, I also just think that it's good that Save the World is free because Fortnite is free, right? It appeals to people who are on a tight budget. And I love that with the fact that the game is free now, every aspect of the game is open to everyone and they can do that. And like, good job, Fortnite. Like, that's really good on your behalf. But now it's just, I don't have anything to complain about anymore. Like, Save the World's free. Like, I never thought this day would come. Like, I'm surprised as hell. I thought I was going to have to wait another 10 years for this to happen, but we can't have everything that we want. All in all, I think this is really good for the community, but also for the Founders players too. I wonder what they're going to do now with like their V-Bucks and stuff now that they're releasing it out of early access. I don't care what they do with the game. They can make it as shitty as they want as long as I can keep getting my V-Bucks every day from logging on. I hope they don't take that away, because if they do take that away, then I don't really see myself playing it anymore. And I haven't progressed in the missions at all because it's just so stale and repetitive that all I've been doing is just going on and doing the missions and leaving. Occasionally I stay to do some missions, but then it just gets boring. And that's really where I'd like to leave it. All in all, good stuff. Save the World is becoming free, but now it's just what is going to happen to the Founders moving forward. And I know it's not that crazy. Like, oh, the Founders are going to fucking go crazy for their shit. But I don't care what happens as long as I could just keep my V-Bucks that I did not work hard for. It's just like buying Bitcoin in 2010. Well, I spent like $60 on my edition. And just imagine logging on every day, doing missions, and getting V-Bucks every day. That's like, hold on, I'm going to pull up my calculator right now. We got, all right, so let's say we have 100 V-Bucks. No, not 100 V-Bucks. 365 times 8. That's 2,920 days. Let's multiply that by 100. 100 V-Bucks a day. That's 292,000 V-Bucks. My math definitely has to be wrong on that. You guys tell me in the comments if I'm just losing my shit. But, yeah, if I were to log on every day, then that's how much money I would have gotten. and that is around like $270 worth of in-game purchases. But yeah, I'm done yapping. I'm done yapping. Video ended a while ago, but yeah. Um, Thank you. Support the channel if you'd like. Follow me on Twitch at PowerGoose61, and follow my TikTok too. Same thing as this YouTube. And I'm hoping to be streaming more and to be doing more things in the future. Bye.